Everything I say is alleged, my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Hey everybody, let's get into this recap of Carlos King's second part interview with Kenya Moore. So they open up with the fake affair with Apollo. Kenya said it was Phaedra that started that rumor on the Arsenio Hall show. Kenya says she has never seen Apollo outside of the Real Housewives of Atlanta taping, and said Phaedra could not give her proof of when and where it happened. Carlos said that Apollo told him that what Phaedra said about Kenya wanting to give Apollo fellatio was a whole lie. And Carlos got Apollo to come on camera to admit that it was a lie. And Kenya felt vindicated. But can I tell you, I know you was vindicated. He admitted to it. For one, Phaedra and Apollo look like frauds, okay? But the main part was, flirting with this man on national TV, getting in your confessionals, talking about Apollo is fine. So, you did kind of overstep your boundaries just a little bit. So people was looking at your side eye, including me, okay? Then they started talking about Portia. Kenya was saying that Portia is like her little sister. Carlos said that there's a mutual respect between both of them. Carlos says that he knows Portia personally, and Portia does not have any issues with Kenya. Kenya says she knows that. Kenya also said that Portia is a good person, but there are two people in this show that are not good people, and Portia is not one of them. Now, who do y'all think she's talking about? Me personally, I think she's talking about Marlo, and she's talking about Phaedra. Maybe one day they'll reveal it, but I think it's those two. And then Carlos confirmed that at least one of them is a fact, okay? So they talked about Portia pulling Kenya hair, and I could not wait to hear what Kenya had to say about this, okay? Kenya said that this is a professional situation and you shouldn't put your hands on someone. Now, hold on there, Kenya. I'm going to have to stop you right there. No, you should never put your hands on someone, but neither should you be taunting someone, okay, with the wand and the bullhorn. And then when Portia stepped to you, you were like, do it. Go ahead, do it. So she did it. But then Kenya says she realizes that Portia was going through a whole lot with her husband, and she could kind of understand, now that she went through what she went through. And she said she was disappointed that Portia didn't support her. But did you support Portia when she was going through it? Because you was too busy taunting her. You was being a mean girl to Portia. That's all I'm saying. So Kenya said that she, never saw it as a polarizing situation. She only saw it one way. She also feels like that situation was bad for both of them. And I agree. So I guess she took a little bit accountability for, that situation happening. I guess, but you can't be up in people's spaces either, because you trying to have a moment on the show, okay? I just think Kenya wants to be the one to be on the right side of right all the times, and don't admit to her wrongdoings or her parts in, what she play in these situations, so to speak. You know what I mean? And I don't know, with Kenya, it's crazy because I like Kenya. Like, Kenya has grown on me over the years. But I also feel like when Kenya step on those Real Housewives of reunions, I don't know if they call them sets or locations or whatever, I feel like she turned on the actress so she could have her moments too. As much as she say other people want moments, I feel like she be wanting her moments too. They talked about who deserves a peach and who should have earned it. Carlos asked, did Marlo Hampton ruin the last 2 seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta? Kenya said yes, and to get out of her head, okay, listen, I have to say Marlo did nothing to improve the show. With her getting a peach and everything. I stopped watching a little while after Nene left, to be honest. In my opinion, this show, when it first came out, it gave you a look into fabulosity of, successful married black women in Atlanta. It made you see that wealth is real, for those who seeking wealth. Now, some of these storylines, okay, I'm going to just say, they full of shit, but okay. Now, outside of Kandi, Kenya, and maybe Sanya, you getting women that's in the struggle, but not showing how they're coming up. Now, Cherie and Marlo, okay, they coming off as frauds. That's all I'm going to say about them. Because Cherie, how do you make your money? Outside of being on Real Housewives of Atlanta, like, how do you make your money? We don't know how Marlo makes her goddamn money. She keeps saying she got these websites and stuff. I ain't never been, but maybe I'll check it out to see, because she always checking Drew damn website. Okay. So Kenya said that the casting of the show and choices that were made have the show going downhill. She didn't say downhill, but I'm saying downhill because, yeah, it's not looking good, okay? So Kenya go on and on about doggone Marlo. She said Marlo is desperate, and you can see it. She talks about how Marlo does things and they are not seen, meaning they cut out the stuff that Marlo do that's not tasteful. And Kenya says she has scenes that are cut out, like her opening her salon or spa. I forgot what she's doing, but they show. What's crazy is I remember seeing that they showed, Kenya going to this place and they were building it out, but from what she said, they didn't even show that, and that's crazy. Why they got these people up here like they always have unfinished projects like Sheree? But I know Kenya's spa is finished because, it's all over the internet, or her page anyway. And she says that they are making Marlo look good, especially with the foster care scene, which she had an issue with because Marlo talked about Kenya's mother not wanting her. Now, Kenya got a point there, okay? Kenya feels like she's never been protected under the housewives umbrella, but they protect Marlo. Again, I feel like Kenya may be leaving this show or planning her exit, or maybe she's joining that lawsuit that's going on. I don't know, but Kenya is putting it all out there, letting them know she's not protected, letting us know she ain't getting no doggone spinoff shows. Like, what's going on? She said she putting a lot of doggone work and she ain't getting nothing in return. So then Kenya went in on Courtney not having a place to live and sleeping on the couch, how she have a husband that divorced her and left her. Okay. She drug Bryce out of the dead and she still has no storyline. Child, Kenya went in, okay? And let me not forget to mention that she called Courtney Jury Line the paperclip collection. Carlos asked Kenya, is she bored? Kenya says she is bored and never felt protected. Carlos feels like producers should call him for advice because Real Housewives of Atlanta is his baby. Oh, okay. Kenya feels like they are not showing her growing her business. I agree. But Carlos made sure to jump in and say that, but wait a minute now. They showing Kandi showing all her businesses and restaurants and even making a movie. Okay, Carlos, you had to let that be known, okay? Kenya says she wants to grow her business to, I think, $1 million business or a multi-million-dollar business. They talk about her dating life and, her dating a white man. Child, I can't. Okay. They not serious, but he isn't. She said something about her and the white man is not serious, but he's in her lineup. Child, I can't. Not the lineup. She also talked about a story with Kanye West, which I am not going to repeat because it ain't that serious, okay? Kenya said she wrote a screenplay about her life and Carlos wants to produce it. Was it me or Kenya totally ignored that question? Kenya said that she's going to be in an upcoming movie coming out in September. And she said that we will not doubt her acting abilities after this movie. Okay, Kenya. So that was pretty much all they talked about. Carlos speaks life into Kenya. And then that was the end of the interview. Like, for me, this interview was okay. As much as Kenya tried to talk serious, she was taking like a lot of shots, cracking jokes about people. But I know one person who's going to be fine if this show go off, and that's going to be Kandi Burruss Tucker, okay? Because she going to make her a coin, okay? But anyway, that was all I got. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when my next video comes out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.